Hey, good morning. I'm half asleep and wanted to get this out. Hearing a lot of things, people seeing a lot of things. These are end times, whether people want to believe it or not. It's already here. I've seen like horrific things in the city. Um, about 10 years ago, maybe not quite 10. When fentanyl first came out, there was a huge fire, a factory fire that covered the entire sky where it was black and only a single ray of sunlight shines through, and there was bodies everywhere because there was no Narcan, and because the cops and the ambulances were trying to cover all the overdoses, there was people robbing the stores like crazy. There's fire hydrants everywhere, ambulances everywhere. I mean, complete chaos. Like the photo that is in my head, I'll never forget. It's an image it, it was shocking. Years later, I go on my computer and I'm looking up on the same image, and apparently there's a painting of Mount Sinai in Israel. Um, Same picture where half of the painting's okay, and the sky's black, and then there's complete chaos and hell on earth. Like exactly what I was seeing. Um, and it's supposed to signify the beginning of the end. Uh, you know, um, I had a caseworker. I was doing a study, and she was just like me. She had 5 years clean, and um when they started putting trank in the dope, plus I was having these dreams, I kept studying and talking to people who were getting these black scabs, and like having like flies all over them, infesting their wounds, where they'd be walking with huge horseflies that were living in their skin as they're moving around. And when I was researching, this was about 4 or 5 years ago, I found that sand flies or sand fleas, whatever, that never used to be in the U.S., uh, cause the kind of damage that's going down. And I figured it was the government's way of doing population control, honestly. It's my opinion. But apparently, they kept saying that no, they're not in the U.S., that couldn't happen. And on my research, I would give it to my caseworker, and she'd give it to the CDC and the health department, and I was finding out that they were locking up people who were on drugs to keep them from saying anything. People who were trying to record any images, because it's it's very difficult. If you look up uh horsehair horsehair worms, I think it is, and do some research, you'll figure out a lot of stuff. And about 3 years ago, somebody goes, "The sand fleas are here." As for my caseworker, she ended up dying. I talked to her one night, and she was so happy. She said, I'll never use again. I'm at my granddaughter's first birthday, and she's so beautiful. I'm so proud to be clean." And she had just taken my research to the CDC again, to try to force them to come out with this disease called leishmaniasis, which is usually overseas. It's not here. Um, but it's something that, from the drugs and everything else, is also mutated from my research. And my caseworker ended up dead. My research stolen, and they tried saying she relapsed. And you can believe me or not, but before I was told for sure that she was dead, I saw her um sitting on my cot when I was in the homeless shelter. and I mean, like clear as day, and she said, we are the same. Me and you are the same. And anyway, but yeah, there's been a lot of people dying, and a lot of the research done on that explains a lot of the flies and stuff. But people just, it's complex and complicated. But I wanted to get this out there, um, just to give an idea of what's going on, because nobody believed me when I first started researching until recently. And now, I mean, even the CDC, even though they'll acknowledge the existence of this, they'll, it's not like they're really making it known. Um, and it's a complicated thing. But I'll put more posting on it another time. Have a blessed day.